This is the PickBits daily signal for Friday, July 17th, your signal in the day's tech noise. Here's the lineup. 1. New Jersey just found a very different way to make the AI boom pay its bills. 2. A solar company wants to turn your living room into a tiny data center. 3. Spotify put a chatbot on your home screen, whether you asked for it or not. And 4. On the brighter side, the guy who helped build Face ID is now pointing AI at your brain, and the FDA is listening. Let's get into it. This is the PickBits Daily Signal. Story 1. We've been tracking this fight for a couple of months. What happens when a giant AI data center plugs into a town's grid and everyone else's electric bill goes up to cover it?
Or the increase in capacity prices.
A data center campus running at the lower end of peak demand uses roughly the same amount of power as the population of San Francisco. Meanwhile, data center electricity demand is projected to rise 15 to 20% every year through 2030.
Back in May, Governor Sherrill floated the idea that data centers should bring their own power. By July 1st, the legislature had turned that into a bill. On July 7th, she signed it, the Data Center Fair Share Act, plus 2 companion bills. Here's the part that's new this week. It's not just a rule that data centers pay more. Trade press digging into the mechanism laid out something sharper. A data center can pay to swap your old electric resistance heater for a heat pump or fund solar and a battery on your roof, and in exchange it jumps the line for grid connection. New Jersey's own numbers say the full package saves ratepayers over $1 billion a year, including a flat $25 credit for every one of the state's 3.6 million ratepayers, arriving after rates climbed more than 16% and 129,000 shutoffs in 2024. One honest catch. The law doesn't say heat pump anywhere. It tells the Board of Public Utilities to design the program so the rules are still being written. If you're in New Jersey with one of those old baseboard heaters, that's worth bookmarking. And if your own state is fighting about data centers right now, this is the other option besides a flat moratorium. Make the boom write the check. Follow this one, because the BPU's rulebook decides whether it's real money or just a press release. Story 2. Story 1 was a state making data centers pay into a fund. This one skips the fund entirely. Sunrun, the home solar and battery company, is piloting something it calls a distributed data center. Small compute nodes, about the size of a desktop tower, installed inside customers' houses alongside the solar panels and batteries they already have. Sunrun pays homeowners to host the hardware, though it hasn't said how much. It's in talks with enterprise compute buyers, home builders, and utilities, but hasn't named a partner yet. The number that makes this more than a science project. Sunrun already has 1.1 million existing solar and battery customers it could tap if the pilot works. It isn't happening in isolation either.
Tesla, Sunrun, and Renew Home say that they can help meet the ever-growing power needs of AI data centers by linking together devices that are already sitting in people's homes.
Put those together and you get the actual bet. Instead of building a new hyperscale campus and fighting the town over it, treat 1 million existing rooftops as the data center. It's unproven at this scale, and the pay is still undisclosed, which matters a lot if you're the one hosting the box. If you've already got solar and battery storage, call your installer. Ask whether a program like this is coming to your setup and what it actually pays. Follow this pilot over the next few months, because Proves Out is doing a lot of work in Story 3. This one you can go check right now. Spotify started rolling out an AI chatbot called Talk to Spotify this week, built into the home screen and the now playing view of the app for premium subscribers in the US, Ireland, and Sweden. You type or talk to it, play some artists I haven't heard before, or straight from Spotify's own examples, add some Bad Bunny, just his recent stuff. It builds playlists, follows artists, answers questions about a song's backstory, all pulling from your actual listening history. Spotify's own announcement described it, and I'm quoting this because a company almost never says this about itself, as putting a Gemini ChatGPT-esque chatbot inside of Spotify's homepage. That's the real story here, more than the feature. This is a chatbot showing up inside an app millions of people already open every single day, with zero decision required to go seek one out. You don't choose to try AI anymore. It just appears on the screen you were already looking at. The rollout is limited. Beta, 3 countries, English only, premium only. But the direction is the one worth watching if you build or manage any app with a big existing user base. If you've got Spotify Premium, check your home screen this week and try one real request instead of a vague one. And if you've got a friend who lives inside that app, share this with them, because they're about to have an opinion on it whether they want one or not. Story 4, and this is the one I want to end on. Back in June, we flagged this exact beat: AI catching dementia years before symptoms show up using non-invasive signals.
Researchers at UF are looking to help people like Ed. They just found a way to apply artificial intelligence to MRIs to predict whether a person will develop Alzheimer's or
This week, it got a name, a founder, and $52 million behind it. Hemispheric came out of 6 years of stealth, co-founded by Gidi Litwin, the deep learning architect who helped build the facial recognition technology Apple turned into FaceWine D. His new model is called Descartes, a 6 billion parameter model trained on 250,000 hours of brain recordings from more than 100,000 people. It reads a 15-minute EEG session, just a headset and some simple tasks on a phone, no MRI, no dye, no surgery, and flags PTSD, depression, traumatic brain injury, or Alzheimer's. Litwin's stated goal is blunt: make a brain health check as routine as a blood test. The honest caveat, because every one of these needs one, Hemispheric has shown architectural data to the FDA, but nothing is cleared yet and there's no approval timeline. This is a well-funded, technically serious effort at an early regulatory stage, not something your doctor can order today. If you or someone you love has been stuck waiting on a slow diagnosis for any of those 4 conditions, bookmark this one and watch for an actual FDA filing. Share it with whoever in your life does that kind of intake work, a doctor, a therapist, a case manager, because when this clears, they're the ones who'll hear about it first. That's 4 stories: a state making the AI boom pay for your heat pump, a company betting your living room can be a data center, a chatbot that showed up on your phone uninvited, and an AI reading brainwaves to catch something doctors have struggled to catch early. That last one's the one I'd bet on mattering most a year from now. That's The Signal. I'll see you tomorrow.